Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome back, SLACers. What's going on, guys?
Episode 51 of Say Like a Champ. Here we are, man.
It's going, man. We live yet again Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock, man. Like always, on time. We're on time.
Trying to.
Exactly. That's always a good thing. Before we get started, guys, if you're watching on the YouTube or even if you're watching on the Facebook and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. Run over there, subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff, because you know how we do. We interact with all of our listeners.
Yes.
So do that.
And we appreciate all of that for sure, too. We like to get you guys involved in the show. So
100%. 100%.
All right,
that being said,
yeah, let's go ahead and get the intro popping.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's good?
What's going on, man? Let's bring our permanent guest to the show, man. Let's bring him back on. Let's bring him on.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we got super producer Matt Marcus. What's good? What's good?
What up?
And we got the lovely Miss Myra San Diego.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
What's up, SLACers?
We got some people checking in already. We appreciate everybody watching. Peace, peace, peace.
What up, Eric?
Welcome to the SLAC Express. Today we're going to do things a little bit quicker because, the Lakers game is on right now or is starting very soon. And the Lakers playoffs is very important. Obviously, it's been a long time. So,
it's been a minute.
But also consistency is important too. And we decided, we want to do our thing as our normal time, as we normally do. So here we go. Let's get it. But we are excited for sure.
Yeah, let's jump into it, man. Jump into that first topic.
All right. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right. So, not too much NFL news other than, camp has been underway for a couple of days now, like real camp. And the season does start September 10th, 23 days away. We're getting closer and closer to that first Thursday night. So,
it's on my birthday.
And also, yes, it's a very special day for more reasons than one. One thing that did happen, though, which was very interesting, couple things coming out of the Cowboys news. First, we'll go back a little bit. They did sign Everson Griffin to play DN, which should be very beastly. The defensive line is going to be looking pretty tough. But yesterday, we found out Gerald McCoy tore his quadricep, I believe it was. And so he actually went down, and today they decided to cut him. So they actually did release him using – yeah. And I guess there was something in the contract where it was like a medical waiver specifically tied to certain areas where he had nagging injuries.
They had to do it before Tuesday, I think, too.
Yeah. So they went ahead and – but I was just hoping because they did have him signed for a 3-year deal. He's going to get his $3 million signing bonus still, which is good for him. But I was hoping, he'd still be there for those next years, even though this was a season-ending injury. So we'll see what happens, though. He could still always come back later.
For sure. It kind of made sense, though. The quadricep tear is a pretty big tear. You know what I mean? That's a long time out. So the Dallas Cowboys pretty much figure that they'll take that money and, use it somewhere else, I'm sure, in the meantime. But honestly, if he recovers well, I can see him coming back.
Oh, no, sure.
Yeah, no, sure, gang.
What up?
Hey, who are you rooting for in the playoffs?
Because your Star Warriors not in there.
Clippers.
Okay. Bye. See you later. See you.
Oh, dude, young man, dirty. That's
He cold with it.
But no, we'll check you out though for sure. We're glad to see you again. We're glad you're doing well.
I like the chain too. I like the ball chain you got on now too. Pretty dope.
All right, we got some comments too coming in. What's up, Franklin? Yes, sir. Got to get that 17th chip. It's all about the Lakers, even though we got Trevor over here hating. Lakers important to nobody. What you talking about, man? Come on now.
Staying on the Cowboys topic though, one thing that did pop up is we saw JJ kind of discuss or not discuss, lack thereof, some things as far as like the kneeling and stuff like that. I kind of want to get your guys' take on it since all three of you are Cowboys fans.
Man, I already kind of know.
Opinion.
I already kind of know what to expect from him. I think he's going to be much the same as he was before, which is we can kneel as a team if we decide to do something together, but it won't be during the anthem. And I do think if people kneel for the anthem, he can't outright say it, but they're going to be, maybe disciplined, or they're going to be, looked at differently by him. I think that's just the way it is.
Gotcha.
Myra, I know you, how do you feel about it?
You have to be empathetic, like especially understanding the demographics of the league. You know what I'm saying? Like right now is the time where people need to put their own personal opinions aside and value what's happening right now. Like, do Black Lives Matter? Yes, they do. Can somebody kneel and protest and you walk along and mind your own business? Yes, you can. So I don't know. It's such a touchy subject for me. My kids are mixed. It's just so touchy for me. Like, I 100% support everybody, black, white, yellow, orange, green. Your sexuality doesn't matter. Like, I think right now that needs to be put on the back burner. Like, oh, you do it as a team or you're going to be disciplined. So then what are you telling them? You can't protest? Like, your life doesn't matter? So I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. Not at all.
Marcus Strizzy.
I'm gonna let Marcus go first.
Yeah, Jerry's. He's like, he don't know what he's gonna do. Remember last year when we all did it together and we were all in one accord, and all of a sudden he went somewhere else. He just for the moment. So I think, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think he's a racist person. I just think he's trying to please everybody pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't think he's against Black Lives Matter because he got all these black players. But I think they're gonna kneel. I think they're gonna do that. But I don't know if it's gonna be every game though. I think the first couple of games he might do it, and he might switch it up again. So I don't know how it's gonna go. So it don't bother me any really because it don't bother me at all. So
I feel you. For me, it didn't really bother me per se, but I kind of felt like he wasn't really talking about nothing. In all seriousness, he kept really just bringing up grace and grace and grace, and for me, it was like, okay, so what exactly are you here to talk about? What exactly are you saying? Are you for it? Are you against it? Will there be punishments? Will there not be punishments? You know what I mean? Like, I think he was almost better off still not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like we talked about it a little bit ago with like Will Smith and Jada. Like, y'all should have just kept it under wraps.
Just left it alone. Yeah,
just left it alone. And I think that when he came out, I feel like a lot of players around the league, and I think some of them Dallas Cowboys, they're not going to come out and say it, publicly, but I think a lot of them kind of feel the same way too. So like you didn't say anything. So where do you still actually stand on it? And I think if we're still trying to get away from the fact that this isn't about the flag or this isn't about whatever the case may be, I feel like they should be able to kneel and they should also be able to stand. We talked about it with the NBA. Some of the NBA players as well are standing during the national anthem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should be able to do kind of like what you feel matters to you. Like we said, like if kneeling to you is a way to say, to promote equality, and if standing is your way of promoting equality, like everyone's going to do things differently. But I kind of feel that I think he would have been in a better position to say that players are going to stand, players are going to kneel. He's like, I stand by all my players. I'm with them all the way, whatever they decide to do. But I just feel like he didn't say anything still. You know what I mean? So I was just like, you should have just stayed quiet. You know what I mean? So right. I just wanted to get your guys' take on it.
Right. Well, to Marcus's point, it might be one of those things where he is still just going to wait and see how things are going or how things play out. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he does want to ride the fence until he, figures out more. So we'll see.
He's riding it very conservatively. writing it very conservatively. He wants to appease the people and he wants to appease his players. Rather than come out and say, oh, grace and this and that, like, why don't you speak on the social unrest? You know, there is social unrest in our country. Although I do not have a decision right now on how we're going to handle this moving forward, I do want to be sensitive to both sides. But at the same time, Jerry Jones cannot relate to one of those sides, period. So, yeah, he's playing it very conservative.
Yeah. Adrian has some comments here. Jerry came out and voiced his stance with the players, but he also stands with the fans that say don't protest the flag. It's okay to be in the middle and show love and support to everyone. That's what I think he is trying to do right now. So, but we'll see how it plays out. But, you know.
The only reason I don't 100% agree with that is because they were talking about enacting a policy against the national anthem and protesting. If you're going to enact a policy, you're not standing in the middle. You're basically putting a line in the sand and saying, if you cross this line, there's going to be some consequences and repercussions.
Yeah.
That means to both sides. So if you're going to go to the extent to put a policy in place, then that really shows us the side that you take. Although you're not specifically saying what it is that you're taking, I mean, we can read between the lines. If you are enacting a policy where there's going to be consequences and repercussions, you're not appeasing to both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, well, we'll see what comes out of that for sure. A couple more things on NFL talk, though. I still haven't watched the full documentary, but Alex Smith was cleared. Little celebration for him. 17 surgeries huge, later.
Dude. I finally watched it, man. That's crazy. I finally watched it. It was insane. What was it, 17 surgeries, something like that? Dude, that's insane, man. That's crazy.
17 surgeries, so
in 11 months. 70 surgeries in 11 months.
Yeah. He almost died, man. Like he could have lost his life, man. Not his leg. Lost his life, so.
What is the name?
Came back.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mara?
What's the name of the documentary again?
It's on E60. It's on ESPN. So you have ESPN Plus. You can watch it on there. But yeah, it's an amazing story, man. And if you watch him too, he still has a limp. He has a limp too still.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, because they got so many quarterbacks, I don't think he's going to play this year. I think a lot of it has to do with his contract. So he did enough to get back. Like I don't think they're going to throw him in the game. Like you have too many quarterbacks to even play him. So
for sure,
I think like I said, I'm not saying just about money, but he's owed a lot of money. So him coming and making a roster is going to help at the end of the day when he retires and everything. But I don't see him playing because he can't really get away like he normally did. So I think he'll be fine, man. So, but it's a great story. If you, like I said, watch the documentary, it'll make more sense right now. Say him just he came back. It'll make a lot of sense of his return. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's gonna play in the game.
Franklin says
Adrian shared with us. It's called the Alex Project.
Yeah.
So.
And then Franklin says, though, Alex Smith looked like he's about to take Dwayne Haskins' job.
Nah,
I don't know, though. And we got another Panthers fan in the house, too. That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh, that's my dude. He's following me from TikTok right now. I'm on TikTok as well.
Oh, that's what's up. TikTok. That's what's up, man. You're blowing up still, doing your thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think I'm at like 3K now, something like that. 3K followers.
Woo-woo. Just,
killing it.
Numbers, man. Keep it going up, man.
Absolutely. But honestly, I think that job is going to be one of the jobs that's actually competitive this year. I don't really think that it's Dwayne Haskins' job to lose because I feel like Rivera went after Kyle Allen for a reason. You know what I mean? Like he did very well with the Panthers last year. I really don't think it's Dwayne Haskins' job right now secured.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Dwayne Haskins, obviously in the first couple of games, he looked a little lost, but that coaching staff did not do him any favors
at all.
I'm still not happy with the fact that he was still on the side doing the selfie, kneeling it, because kneeling is like the best part of the game when you won.
Alex, you gotta let it go, Alex.
I know, eventually. It's gonna be hard for me to let it go until I see him back out there.
I'm the same way, man. Like, he's gonna be known for that for a long time.
Yeah,
if he does something great, he's gonna always be known for that.
But I do hope he gets it together, and I do hope that he gets a solid chance to start this year. I think he definitely has skills. You know what I'm saying? He's a winner.
Sure.
Yeah, I see him starting this at the beginning. But like you said, Kyle Allen's right there too, though. So he one mistake, I think he's out of there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be tough. All right. Let's sneak this college football thing in here real quick. College football basically is now the Power 3 instead of the Power 5, but the Big 12, ACC, and SEC are moving forward. The SEC did release their new schedule. It's a conference-only schedule, and they moved the Georgia-Alabama game to October 17th. I'm so excited for that, man. That's going to be crazy.
Like I told y'all, the down south are not canceling no football.
Right. They're like,
care what nobody said. LSU, Alabama, Georgia, they're not. Those states will rip apart. They need something to watch, man. So they need their football. So I was like 100% they was going to play. You know, this West Coast stuff, they're not really. Yeah, so I just think, but the way they're gonna do, if I'm correct, they're gonna do like their conference thing. And I think like the Big Ten are gonna come back in January and do their thing too.
Yeah, so I think there still might be a college football playoff just based on the teams out.
It's gonna be different, but I think I like how it's gonna do it. It's a one lifetime thing, so let them do it that way. I think it'd be kind of cool to see how it goes, like momentum and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do like if the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are in the spring. But it's going to throw off the NFL draft schedule and a lot of other things too if they really try to play after the first of the year. So
it might help too, though, because towards the end, those players are going to be playing. You know what I'm saying?
The ones that already know they have a chance, they're already like, we out. You know?
Yeah. So
I don't know, but it'll be interesting for sure to see. Alabama did say that they're going to have 20% capacity in the stands, and their stadium holds like Alabama. So. We'll see what happens.
Bama was like, we'll risk it. Like, we don't even care.
Yeah, and it's gonna go up too, though. It's gonna go up gradually. It's gonna go up. It's on by 7%. Watch.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I thought it was really interesting. There is like some tests going on right now in the NBA bubble of how quick they can return coronavirus testing back, and they're working with they're working with a specific like researching group who has that specifically targeted to how major leagues are going to move forward with getting fans back in the stands. Cool. Super cool on the research that's going on right now in the NBA bubble. But I know NFL owners specifically were like, that's a great headway for where our season's going to head and move forward and how we're going to be able to have fans in the stands. So I thought that was super cool. So with this being pushed back to October 17th, you know, if there's more headway on that research and study of information, that's positive for fans to be able to watch sports live again.
Yeah. Ooh, for sure. It'd be scary, but that would be so cool to go to that game. All right. I think that's it for NFL, for football.
Good segue into basketball.
Let's keep it moving. Yeah. All right. So, like we were saying, I got to start with my Lakers. I'm sorry that I'm partial, you know what I'm saying? But I have some numbers here. It's been 2,669 days since the last Lakers playoff game. You know what I'm saying? There's kids walking around that are 10 years old, and they've never seen the Lakers win a championship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things are not right.
We're Cowboys fans. Like, we know.
This is last one though. It's been 24 years, which the symmetry is always crazy with Kobe, but 24 years since the Lakers have won a playoff game without Kobe. So it's so crazy, but this is big. You know what I'm saying? The playoff run starts now. If things work out, the Lakers will have a tough road, but man, it'll be pretty legendary to see what happens here. So I am beyond excited. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus, what's up?
They'll be fine, man. I ain't remember about those.
Oh yeah. I just think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be dope to see this run. But enough about them though. I do want to talk about last night's game a little bit. The Mavericks Clippers.
Real quick, let's talk about Lakers. Headlines are with the Lakers struggling woes in the bubble. There is no front runner for NBA championship right now, championship winner. So we can just But sure, let's talk about the Clippers now.
Well, yeah, because Franklin brings up a good question. He said, how many days since the last Clippers won a championship? So I'm going to have to start looking that up, start tallying that up for him. We'll see, though. But okay. All right, let's talk about the Clippers, though. So what did y'all think about the Porzingis ejection?
They got lucky. Man, they got real lucky. They got real lucky last night.
Don't get me started. I'm so mad still.
Okay, let's go. Let's go full screen. Let's see. See a little bit, you know.
Officiating had more license for common sense, and to me, that
like
is nothing.
like what did he do?
That
He didn't
is
even do.
nothing.
He got
You
pushed off
you're
on.
not
Like what did he
ejected
do
for that.
wrong?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like come on.
That's why I said
man.
That's
Like,
nonsense stuff.
Clippers got
That's why I
people. The Clippers got suitcases in the locker room somewhere paying somebody for this stuff because that was crazy. Like they was looking for something to stop the Mavericks, especially when they came back. But the Clippers should win this series. They should win this series. But I still think they would have lost this the first game if Porzingis wouldn't have got hurt. I mean, got ejected, which was kind of bogus.
Yeah. But I guess the second one was almost warranted, but the first one was even worse, but he already had it. And that's what happens like all the time in soccer too with the yellow cards. You know, if you get 2, it's a red card. And sometimes the second one is okay, but the first one is like, you know what I'm saying, was kind of iffy. So
especially in a bubble too. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta quit calling that little whack stuff, man. Come on.
Right.
Man.
It's crazy because, like you said, the second ejection, you can like. I still think it's a little whack. You know, it's definitely a little bit bogus, but you can almost, from a ref's point of view, like he came in, it looked aggressive. There was 4 people around. People
kind of made it.
He got tapped in the neck. You know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. But the first tech, dog.
Yeah, that one was. But
one of the most cleanest blocks I've ever seen.
But that one had already happened, so it's just, you know.
It was so horrible. Again, playoff basketball, like no punches were thrown, like
right. And I don't want them to curb the intensity because they're gonna have to create their own intensity inside the bubble. So I do hope they let them play a little bit, like let them rough each other.
They definitely will. No, I think the play call gonna kind of step back a little bit next game. Watch, they're gonna have to. Yeah. And then like they just need to keep Pat Bev on the bench with his garbage self. Like he was terrible yesterday. I don't know why he let him play yesterday. He was trying to hype himself up and he got done up. Like, quit playing. The thing is, Kawhi didn't play like he normally plays. You watch it. I think Paul George pushed it a little bit. He shot it a little too much.
Right.
But if Kawhi plays great, you can't beat the Clippers. I mean, the Dallas can't beat them. So
we'll see
how he does. I think Doc gonna let Paul George know, like, do your thing, but kind of come back a little bit. Let Kawhi take more shots than you take.
Right.
He missed a lot of shots, and Kawhi wasn't really active. So
I think PG was kind of trying to prove the whole he doesn't, he slows down the playoffs thing because he wanted to get off to a hot start. But I think that the Clippers will be fine in this series for sure. But it's fun to see Luka push them, though. It is cool.
I actually love to see it. Talking about Luka really quick, man. Like you already know how high praise I have for Luka Doncic, and his first playoff game, man, he absolutely killed it. He started off a little rough at the turnovers, but kid is unstoppable, man. When he gets going, it's a wrap. He has no fear, and I love it.
And let the Clippers fan and let her talk to her.
Myra, what's up?
Yeah, I'm a Clippers fan, but I do agree. I do agree with you on the Porzingis ejection. I did think it was really soft. I think, the refs, like, okay, like, he didn't come in there swinging. I agree with you all, the exact same thing. So I really thought that was crazy. Patrick Beverley, too, was feeling himself yesterday. He took a 3-point shot and whiffed it so bad. And I'm like, what was that? I 100% agree with you all. If Kawhi plays the way Kawhi plays, we'll be perfectly fine. I like Paul George, but I'm not a huge Paul George fan. I think he's he's very smooth, but he's soft. So I'm not a big Paul George fan. Trez was on minutes restrictions just because he just got cleared that day.
He had perfect timing to get back in, so he got some run.
Did you see how Doc told him, you got to run? Like, Doc, he in shape right now. He's like, you got to come on.
Yeah, I did see him take him aside one time, yeah.
Like, it's hard, man, especially playoff game. To come back. It's hard to kind of get it back.
He did good for coming back.
I can't breathe, coach.
Yeah.
He literally was in that quarantine period that they have to serve in the bubble from coming back in, and he just got cleared that day for an actual playoff game. So, yeah, he is on minute restrictions. So I think in the series, the Clippers will do fine against the Dallas Mavs. I did think the Porzingis thing was trash, and I love Luka. I'm 100% with you all. We are watching the future of basketball. I mean, he is absolutely amazing. The fact that he is so young, but how he can move that team, I think Dallas has a great star on their hands. And if they can build around him, Dallas is going to be somebody to contend with for as long as Luka is there. It always throws me off that he wears number 77. I'm like, what the hell? You're not like a lineman. But I love Luka, and I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
For sure. I think both teams played a little rustier.
Of course.
And honestly, I do like it's so easy to say, but I do think that Porzingis doesn't go out. I think Mavericks steal that game. Just because as soon as he went out, man, Clippers were grabbing all kinds of offensive boards. Like they were back up on the defensive rebounding, and Porzingis is a big dude. He's like 7'2", 7'3". So I think they kind of got lucky with that one.
And they got Boban. One of the things that kind of threw me off is like in the second quarter, it always throws me off how much Doc lets them play through like shitty play. In the second quarter, like Dallas was getting all kinds of offensive rebounds, all kinds of defensive rebounds, and they went up like 12, 16 points. And there was not a timeout in sight until closer to the end of the second quarter. It always throws me off like how much Doc allows the gap to widen when you're seeing things are not falling. I think as they move forward in the playoffs, like round 2, round 3, you definitely have to nip that in the bud and call it closer than a 12 to 16 point lead. I mean, luckily they were able to come back and get, regain the lead. But once you're hitting third round,
but that's a veteran team, so he won't do that. You don't call it, if it's a younger team, then yell like a New Orleans Pelicans, something like that. You do that with them, but that team I won't call it either. Because the same thing with Phil. Phil never did that either. He let them play through it to get back. Because you got a great team. You got Kawhi.
Let them figure it out.
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose. Let them guys kind of get
work themselves out.
Yeah. I think it depends too. Because I think it depends too, like on the coach and how much like trust you have in your players. Because Doc is a very, very laid back players coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could tell too by like when he talked to Trez, when Trez was kind of like, kind of hoofing it a little bit. Like even his tone there was like, come on, man, pick it up a little bit. Like, I need you to sprint. Like, I need you to run. Pop would have been like, yo, get your ass moving. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
He would
like,
have said sit down probably, actually.
Right.
No, 100%. And, but like to Tamara's point, like, if that was Pop, you get up 10-12, Pop would have called it probably the 10-point mark. Like, okay, I'm seeing a lot of downpour. Like, I need you to pick it up. Let me talk to my guys real quick. So,
I think it was, because I think it was like Phil Jackson. I think one of his quotes, I might be wrong. I might have to double check it, but he said something like, if I have to coach like on the night of the game, like I already failed. Like I do my coaching in practice, and by the time we get to the game, like they better know what to do when they're out there. So yeah, exactly. So, but no, this NBA playoffs is pretty exciting so far. We should touch on the Bucks losing today. I don't know what you guys thought about that. The Magic came up and got them real quick.
They haven't. I guess I'll start. They haven't looked very good in the bubble period. I think a lot of analysts are saying that the Bucks have been kind of the biggest disappointment in the bubble so far. They haven't looked very good. I'd like to say that Orlando came in, they were firing on all cylinders. But when you go look at the stats and the shot percentages, they didn't look very good either. Aside from exactly. And then when you look at Vucevic, I was butcher's name, Vucevic or whatever from Orlando. He had like 35 points, 36 points, and like 14 rebounds.
A bunch of boards, yeah.
But Giannis also had 37 and like 17. So it's like those two almost cancel each other out. And, Giannis needs help, man. Middleton's got to show up. Bledsoe, I think Bledsoe was a difference maker in their run period. Like they're not going to be anybody unless Bledsoe really, he's got to get moving, man. He disappears in the playoffs every year.
He definitely needs a Robin.
Yeah.
And for the Bucks, like it started off in the first quarter, like they went down in that first quarter down 10 and they were never able to come back and regain those points. So I 100% agree with you, Strizzy. He needs help. Giannis had 31. So you're right. Old boy from Orlando had 35. He had 31. He needs help. You're not going to offset that. Allowing that 10-point lead in the first quarter is really what made the difference, because if you look at every other quarter by quarter, they were within 2, 3. So yeah, definitely, top seeded Bucks. Are they going to go down in round 1? Is it possible?
No, I don't think so. I think Max will won, but they got to get it together.
Yeah, they're gonna lose second round, and Giannis gonna go to the Warriors. That's what's gonna happen.
Coming out west.
I'm serious. Watch.
No, you're not on that too.
They're not making past second round.
Hey, and we have a new guest alert potentially. That's what's up.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, my cousin Anthony, he's involved with a bunch of NBA players. He's been around scouting for college and NBA for years. So yeah, I might actually hit him up, see if he might be able to either come on or get some old players online. I know he's really good friends with Mike Bibby. So yeah, I might.
Mike Bibby is a monster.
I used to see Bibby at the shop all the
Yeah,
time.
he a monster now. You know what I'm saying? But he jacked. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. But I'm curious, man. I'll see what happens.
All right, let's answer this real quick. You think Middleton is better as a 2 or a 3?
He can't be a 3 because on that team he can't be who's better. Who's on 2? He has to be the 2. So
right,
he can't be a 3 on that team. You can't put Brick Lopez or a Bledsoe in front of him. So he has to be a 2.
Yeah, I think so.
He's not playing, but he will be a better 3 on somebody else's team. But this team he can't go back to 3. You're an all-star. You gotta do your thing, but he's not showing up.
Right.
So that's why Kawhi gonna be gone. So
here's some wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking.
Let's see about that.
If they had the money, I would say it'd be cool, but they can't pay him. So
they always find a way to make moves. Though I have to give.
But not no superstar though.
Right.
Yeah, they're not doing that. So
I don't know.
Well, they're not paying anybody else except for Chris Paul's contract. So they got.
He's not going to no OKC.
He's not. I'm talking cash.
We can talk ourselves into anything.
I'm talking cash. They got the cash to pay him. They got the cash.
All right. Okay. I think we're good though. Yeah, the Thunder Rockets. The Rockets are going to be fine, but
yeah,
they
got the
Thunders
right
are scrappy.
Yeah, they got the right team in the first round, not having Russell. I think so. I think they'll be okay to be able to get through and then get Russell back. And as long as they're in good position, they don't need to rush Russell back. So hopefully that's what's up.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. That first game, they took 123 to 108. I definitely think the Rockets are in a good position for this series. Hurry back, Russ. We need you next series.
Right. Hey, Chris, do people still ball at Peoria Sports Complex?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I myself haven't even balled up there in a really long time. I now hoop at the Avondale Sports Complex, which is by my crib, so I hoop up there quite a bit. So I don't know. I'll have to check.
All right, I think that's it for NBA talk, though.
Oh, not quite. Miami got that dub.
And Pacers.
Were
you worried about that though?
Not at all.
I mean, they're off to a good start though, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, credit where credit is due. 113 to 101. Miami Heat beat the Pacers. I think Miami Heat's a great team to watch, especially because they're so young. That's one of the teams that I'm saying is going to be somebody to contend with in the East for years to come. I'll give full Spoelstra credit where credit is due, and I think Miami is making a statement right now in the first round.
If the Bucks don't get it together, they're not beating Miami.
Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. We'll see. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I realize that is kind of rude of me because I let off the show with the Lakers, let off the NBA talk with the Lakers, man. And then I'm like, we don't need to talk about your team, dog. They're doing okay.
They looked really good, though, today. I was actually really, pleasantly surprised. Dragic looks like he skipped a beat. He looked great in the starting offense today. Tyler Hero shot over 50%. Team's looking good, man, and I'm just happy about it. Hopefully they can use this as a good kind of
or whatever
going to the next round when they play the Bucks. Bucks will get past the Magic, that's for sure. But they can't slide on the Heat like they can Magic a little bit. We're a lot tougher than that. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Before we move on, just a game time update. Portland is up 20.
No.
We're talking about that. 23.
No.
I'm recording the game.
Recording the game. No.
But that's okay. It's a long game.
4 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter. You can go back and watch that. But at that mark, they're down 23 to 15.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate you, Myra. All right. That's why we're on the SLAC Express, and that's why we're going to keep it moving right now. Let's do it.
So what's next again? Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. All right, other sports. So the NHL playoffs are going on. And my Avalanche are doing pretty well. That's what's up. But it was interesting. One goalkeeper, like right before Game 3 of their playoff series, he basically just dipped out on his team. He was like, "I'm out." And I guess his big thing was, and that was Tuukka Rask. He basically was saying it's like not the same intensity, and it is kind of weird, but they're still playing music. They're still getting people hyped up. So I don't know, but I've been excited to watch NHL playoffs, and really, there's been something on like every day now. So that's pretty cool. The MLB. One thing that's interesting about them, they're still moving on. They're still having that going, but they're using a lot of 7-inning doubleheaders to kind of catch up on the schedule because there's certain teams that just have not played a lot of games, and that's cool, I guess, as long as they can basically get to the finish and get into a playoff bubble. I think they really are going to need the bubble. One thing that Trevor already brought up, and this is something I definitely had on there.
Absolutely.
Trevor says, let's talk about Tatis Jr. Grand Slam and how the Rangers are pouting about unwritten rules, and his own coach didn't back him up. Yeah, I think I had this. I thought it was messed up that he was basically like forced to apologize for this. But to set the stage real quick for anybody that doesn't know, so last night the Padres were up 10-3, bases are loaded. Tatis Jr. is on there's a 3-0 count, and so normally in baseball you just take a pitch or whatever, but he swung, he hit a grand slam, he did his thing. Absolutely. And they basically, everybody got all up in arms about it. I don't see anything wrong with it, but
they went up what, 14 after he did that?
Yeah. 14-3.
So why is he out there if he can't hit the ball? Like
so they basically just were like, that's kind of piling on, and normally with the 3-0 count, you just take a pitch, but that's what I'm saying. Like, exactly.
We still playing, I'm gonna keep playing, so
right. So I think, I always think that with the whole running up the score thing, it's like, well, stop him if you don't want him to run it up. So, Myra, what do you feel like?
100%. Like, we're not here for no participation trophy. Like, play the damn game. If you have 3 people on base and you hit a grand slam, I 100% agree with Anthony. Like, throw a better pitch. You should have known well enough, the count, and throw a better pitch. What do you know?
Right.
Yeah, we gotta watch out how we doing things now, because the world is getting real soft, man. You can't. This is getting terrible, man. I'm still old school, so some of this stuff I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you all, but like, I'm the parent who's super competitive. Like, I'm not letting my kids win just to let you win. Like, the hell with that. If you say, Mom, let's play a race, I'm gonna give you a full sprint. Like, keep up. Yeah. You called it out. Same thing with basketball. Like, I don't let up on my kids. And I agree with you, Marcus. Like, world's a little way too soft nowadays. You're going to cry in professional sports because there's a grand slam and they hit it. Like, you get paid for a reason. Suck it up.
No, I agree. I think it was funny though, but I did not like the fact that his manager was basically like, oh, this is a learning opportunity. Like, I didn't really like the way they handled it, but
me neither.
He's going to keep swinging though. And now he leads the league in home runs too.
For what? Like, what are you going to tell him? Hey, next time don't swing? Like, what type of coach are you if you say that?
I mean, one thing Unc brought up though too is the Negro League's anniversary was yesterday, and there is a 150. No wait, 150. I want to say, but that doesn't sound right.
We'll clean it up next week.
Right?
No, let me look this up real quick.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, hold on.
Because I'm like, I don't know why I wanted to say that. Maybe because college football was recently 150. But
you think it's more?
1885.
100th anniversary. It says.
Oh, really? Is it? I thought it'd be more.
1920 to 2020.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, I guess that sounds actually about right, actually.
And well, I should have seen the shirt because CC Sabathia was wearing these shirts and he was selling them, or he like helped design them.
Is he still playing?
Like no.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
but he was just on the shirt though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that is something that's really cool. It's funny. The Negro League Museum is in or the Hall of Fame, I'm sorry, is in Kansas City, but I've never been, even though I've been to Kansas City plenty of times. So that's something I definitely want to go back and do sometime soon, hopefully, and see some family and stuff like that. Yo, I'm telling y'all, dude, I'm really close to just getting in the car. Like, I want to just go on like a road trip. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me I'm with you.
I gotta finish the 48 states, the main 48 states.
Yeah, I'm already trying to get out of Arizona, so let's get it.
Yeah. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, my boy DC lost. Oh, we want to talk about this?
What does this mean?
PSG, the first ever Champions League final. So basically, they just got in. So the Champions League is like, so soccer has like all these different leagues, right? So it's like we have the NBA here, and so imagine if there's like all these different leagues that are basically as good as the NBA, but in different places.
Oh,
So
okay.
you got the Italian league, the English league, the Spanish league. The Champions League is like the best from all those different leagues come up, and they play a tournament every year.
So
So
are they playing each other? What's this about?
no, they're not
Oh,
playing each other. Messi and them got bounced out. They lost 7-1
God.
or something like that.
In
I don't know.
soccer, a 7-1 is rough.
No, yeah, I think. Let me see what the scoreline was because it was bad. I was like, "What?" I couldn't believe it, but they lost to Bayern Munich 8-2. 8-2. They lost on Friday. So
I was going to say 7-2. That's I think the last time I looked at the score, but yeah,
man, yeah, that was rough. So, all right, my boy DC got handled. He lost. He tried his best though. You know, I always love him and everything. It sucks to go out in your retirement fight with a loss, but Miocic did his thing, so that's cool. But I think they're both pretty much done.
You think he's really done? You don't think he's gonna try one more time?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was just like, I don't know. You know, I think he's done. I think he's gonna accept
Did he
it.
get beat bad, or was it the decision? Or
No, he didn't get beat too bad, but
It's been a long time. DC hasn't fought in so long. It's like,
well, and so in the third round, I think it was like early in the third round, he or no, maybe it was late in the third round or late in the second, he got poked in the eye, and it was kind of bad, and it kind of affected how he fought. But he still tried, you know what I'm saying? He just couldn't get up off the fence enough. Like he couldn't get back to striking. So other dude just controlled the rounds more.
would that affect his legacy, or he's gonna still be one of the greats? Or
I think he'll still be one of the greats. I mean,
one of the greats.
the two people that he lost to, John Jones and Miocic, are both like, you know, basically like best ever type too. So,
okay.
So, I think that's all I really have for other sports talk. Though, do you guys have anything else you want to?
I had one more thing. I want to get y'all opinion on this right quick. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
I kind of like the. I don't know. I like the. I don't. It looked too cartoonish for me. I can't wear it with nothing. So I like I like the old school one a little more.
I like the old jersey, but I would rock the shorts probably.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just the shorts.
I don't know. It kind of looked like a Tide commercial. Like
with the rings and the orange.
You're
yeah.
a Clipper fan, so you said so. Like we can't listen to you on that.
But you're a LeBron fan too, right, Myra?
Yeah, I am a LeBron fan.
Are you? Oh,
Yes, I do like LeBron.
She always defends him when I be getting on this.
Yeah,
no, you can't do it. Not during the season. Maybe off season you can be a LeBron fan, but you can't not during the
So
season.
that's not true because if you play fantasy basketball, you could be a Players fan.
No, we don't let you get with that.
But yeah, I think we'll see how the movie's gonna be. I think though, with the director they got and everything, they should come up with something decent, but it's still not gonna be as good as the original.
But wasn't it supposed to come out this summertime?
Well, I think it was supposed to come out after the season, but I think Corona and the theater shutting down.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is like everything else too.
You know, but one thing that I do like though is movies are now being streamed, so you could like watch it at home. All you got to do is just pay that little price, which I think is awesome because I'll be sneaking snacks into movie theaters in my purse anyways.
Well, for sure, you gotta.
I think we all do. I think that just happens. Like
they don't even care no more.
Yeah, my mom used to make sandwiches and go in there, so it's just like,
bro. And I tell you, we rolling that mug with like Panda Express, man. I'm telling you, like we be in that whole thing. two entree plate ready to roll. Like
kids be trained too. Like, mama, put this in your purse. I'm like, we got this.
But for that movie to be good though, he has to have MJ in there somewhere. If MJ nowhere in that movie, it's trash. Get the garbage can ready.
You know, I think because we saw Space Jam like coming up, and like that's one that we hold on to, like they really better come with a strong storyline.
Right.
They better come with a strong storyline.
But he has to be a villain too. LeBron has to be a villain. He can't be the good guy.
Squad. So he
Huh?
He's gonna.
No, but you can start with the team squad, but you can end with it being the villain. So I'm just saying,
I have a feeling
we can't have two good guys. We can't do it. No,
he's gonna join the Monstars. I have a feeling.
Yeah, he has to.
We'll see.
I thought it was really cool how LeBron addressed the cast of the new Space Jam. You know, how he let it be known, like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, I'm a kid from Akron, Ohio, from a single parent home. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. So I always love LeBron and his philanthropic views, the school, everything. So off the court, he's a great person. So I'm really excited to see what it is. You know, it'll be something that my kids embrace and be able to show to their kids. So.
Yeah, I feel like Bill Murray can show up.
It'll be some Bill Murray.
But Bill Murray be showing up in all kinds of movies. Like, he just be popping up at the end, in the middle. Like, it's so random. I can see him popping up in this one.
I would go for some Wayne Knight too. We'll see. But yeah, no, they're gonna have to come up with something, especially because the way the original did with Jordan's retirement and him coming back and playing baseball, all that was perfect. So
legendary.
Yeah, so they'll have to come up with something, but they'll figure it out. One thing though, before we go on too, I want to read this. So Chris doesn't remember we got baseball in our blood related to the Clemente family. That's what's up. Roberto Clemente is absolute legendary too. So
part of my baseball school something.
Must be. I still haven't been to the batting cages in too long, man. I haven't been since COVID thing. So I don't even know if they're open, but I want to get back.
They actually might be, man. I went to Top Golf like 2 weeks ago, and they had like a whole little plan going. So I could imagine some batting cages are probably open too somewhere.
Okay.
Top Golf too during this time.
If it is, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, because I want to. Yeah, it's good stress relief too.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was banging on them.
And we gotta hurry up so AW go watch this game because they need him. So we need to hurry up.
Okay, they need me. Okay.
Stop it, Marcus. Stop it, Marcus. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, you guys, come on now. No, I know. I'm like, I need to be in my mode. So okay, this or that. Let's get this popping.
It's time for this or that. All right, so I had fun with this one, guys. If you were part of a scandal, would you rather have been part of Tom Brady's Deflategate or Houston Astros sign stealing, and why?
Houston Astros, because it's still not caught. Like we got proof of the Deflategate. The Astros,
they have proof of the Astros too.
So did we get penalized?
Well, yeah, the managers did. I mean, but just not the players.
Well, Tom Brady got suspended 6 games?
Something like that, yeah. And Tom Brady was out there smashing cell phones and stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting one though.
But here's a question though. So when the Astros, they said they was banking trash cans and doing signals. So did that happen? Because it was only for 2 players, right? Or was it the whole team was involved in that?
The whole team.
So I'm saying like pitchers can't do it though, can they? Like,
well, no, it's just whoever was batting, basically.
I'm saying so it's not a whole team thing though, right? But
no, it's just your offense, yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, it's still pretty significant.
But if you know about it, you're guilty by association. So I mean, that's just how it goes.
Well, and that's the thing. You could. I mean, I don't know if some players maybe said, "Don't bang the trash can for me." Like, let me just go up there and bat naturally. I don't know. You know.
So what's the pitcher's name? Van Linder. What's his name? The great pitcher.
Verlander.
Like him,
he wasn't getting no advantage.
So I'm saying, so like
other than he was pitching with the lead more often because they were hitting. You know,
you got everything today, man.
I don't know. I'm just saying. See, there you go. They gave the players immunity. So I don't know, Trevor. Which one would you rather be on? Let us know.
Hear them beating the daylight out of the trash.
Until somebody give me the audio, I don't believe it.
Yo, we'll watch the dude John Boy Media. He's really cool. He's a great Instagram follow. He broke it all down for you, dog. He break it down for you. If you really want to know, you can watch it.
Oh man, what would y'all rather be part of?
I don't know.
Astros.
The Tom Brady thing was kind of weird though, but I guess I don't know.
What year was that again?
Wait, did they win that year? They did win?
They won that year.
Then I'm rocking with the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I go Patriots then because we won. So
we won, right?
Because the Astros went, but wait, so the Astros won too. They said they did it too, right?
Yeah,
so they both won. Okay, so it depends. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm saying Deflategate. I feel like there's a lot less like criticism with
for sure though, Trevor. You gonna put the for sure on there? Come on,
slightly deflated footballs than like sign stealing and stuff like that. So I'm going New England.
Well, if I was like an offensive lineman, I'd be like, I don't know anything about his football. You know what I'm saying?
Brady was suspended 4 games, and the team was fined $1 million, and they forfeited 2 draft selections in 2016.
Yeah. And the Astros got what 2? The managers got suspended. That was it.
They got like banned for life. What was the Astros?
Banned for life?
I think one of them got indefinite ban.
Yeah, indefinitely.
So I think I don't know. Myra, can you look that up for us?
I'm keeping my rings though.
I'm looking at it.
It's hard to steal. Yeah, it's hard to hit a ball 100 miles an hour, and you can steal the sign, but you still got to make contact. That's true too. You still have to do the work.
Hey, Mr. Angel, keep preaching like that, man. Keep preaching.
No, I'm with Trevor on this one, man. Like slightly
trash can assaults.
I'm with him though, man. Like the balls weren't like super under deflated. It was just not regulation PSI. So
okay, one person, 1 year suspension, one indefinite, but can't remember. Okay.
I really want to know who snitched though, like, cause somebody had to snitch, like who?
There's some. I think that some people figured it out because there's one pitcher that was like in the regular season. It was like during the middle of the season, and he stepped off the mound. He's like, I'm hearing something. He was telling the ref like, he was like, I'm hearing something. So I think some people noticed.
Somebody wasn't getting that regular check, the hush money. They wasn't getting it no more, and they snitched.
Ain't no way
where you heard drumming. Get out of here.
And the funny thing too is on their little DVD, like the DVD that the team put out, there was actually footage where in the background you could see the dude in the hallway with his TV set up and everything. You got to look into this, Marcus.
It's 2020. We can edit stuff too. We can edit. I could put TV in there too.
They put evidence on themselves, dry snitching.
But it says, as a result, the Astros general manager and field manager was suspended for the entire 2020 season for failing to prevent the rules violation. The Astros were fined the maximum allowable $5 million and forfeited their first and second round picks in the 2020 and 2021 drafts.
Don't need it.
None of the players were punished because they had been given immunity in exchange for their cooperation.
They're like, you gotta tell us what's going on.
The Astros fired both managers on the day their suspensions were announced.
There you go, Marcus. There's your snitch right there.
See, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, because come on, man. He wasn't getting that money no more, so he had to snitch.
He was off the team. He's like, I'm not going to let them beat us.
Yeah, man.
Supposedly, it's more than just like the trash can beating Marcus. Supposedly, they were filming the pitchers and the catchers from the opposing team on a camera with a live feed in the dugout. So they're watching the live feed technology in the dugout, and they could give their batter the sign of what the pitcher and catcher were about to do.
Yeah.
You read that again. You see what that says? You still got to hit the ball.
Oh, man. All right. We're coming up on an hour here. The Lakers need me. I think that was good for this or that, though. That was an interesting one, though. That was interesting. What kind of scandal do you want to be a part of? I would want to be a part of a whole different type of scandal, honestly, than any of those two.
With some other fans.
For final say, though, so for our final say this week, though, we do want to talk about our friends Girl Chat Sports. We talked about them before on the show, but they actually Mel and Mo, they invited Strizzy and I to be on their show. So they do a show very similar to ours. They do a live stream on Wednesday night. So we're going to be on there tomorrow, kicking it with the ladies of Girl Chat Sports. So that should be fun.
Dope.
Hey, if y'all not, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll say this later.
Oh, really? One other quick thing too. We got our friends Bunny and Ducky over here. We got two for one today. You know they got to stick together, so they came to chill on the couch today.
Can't feel baby.
No, you got to hold them sideways. You got to hold them the other way when they hanging. There you go. That's how we know them. That's how we know them.
Yeah. So they came through today, and we'll keep moving with the guests on the couch too. So, all right.
Super cute. If y'all have not heard the scandal of the Phoenix Suns in the hotel room, go ahead and go right up on that. We're not going to talk about this.
You talking about 7? Was the number 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Wait,
I didn't know it. I didn't know it was the Phoenix Suns.
We can't talk about that. I didn't hear nothing.
We'll
about
put on
that.
the Slack chat. We'll put in the Slack chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, was like, I got to go.
No, it's just because that's a whole different. We don't want to go there.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably kids watching.
Right. That's for Slack After Dark or something. Okay. So that'll do it for us, though. We appreciate everybody as always. Marcus, you'll get the hookup with the post, so you can see what's going on there.
Ooh, thank you. I don't know what y'all talking about.
All right, that'll be though. Say Like a Champ, episode 51. Check us out tomorrow too on Girl Chat Sports. Strizzy and I. That should be very fun. But for now, it is your boy A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy, y'all.
It's your girl Myra May.
Oh, what? Whoa.
Yeah, damn.
Hey, that's how you supposed to end it. I would end it like that. We trying to get out of here.
Wait, what happened?
I was trying to get up out of here. That was my whole thing.
But I needed to hear that. I need that. We can't go without that Taco Tuesday. We need it right now.
All right, man. You know what it is. Taco Tuesday.